Oops, it seems that I opened up a little bit of a can of worms in my last video. I did a video about collective trauma amongst single women and can men hold space for that wounding, and it seems that the answer is no. Like 98% of the comments in that video are men saying, I'm done, I'm out, I just want peace in my life, good luck to you. Right? Fine. But it's not a good sign of the times, is it? You know, men and women, we really, really do need each other. And it's kind of how we evolved as a species, not to mention that there's a spiritual and psychological element to us loving and cohabitating with each other. Like, there's a missing piece to the puzzle there. And I will say this to the men that are saying this. You know, a woman who is happy and loved will absolutely devote herself to her man. She will stand by that man in battle. She will be an anchor of support and love. She will become a part of his mission, and he will treble the fruits of his labor. Not to mention that he will thrive, flourish, become the best version of himself, and have his life's greatest cheerleader by his side. Men need women. Women need men. You know, it's how the world turns, and it's just so evident that there's a sickness in society at the moment, and that we are resigning to being on our own and hating the opposite sex. And I would go even further as to say that there are forces in place that want this, because, by the way, makes us all so much weaker.
She's not wrong, but even now she refuses to listen. With so many men in her comments saying, I'm done, you would think she would try to understand the reasons why. They all would have told you if you care that much to even ask why, what's the reason behind it. There are dark forces out there who want to keep us apart, of course, but who did they go to? Who did they use to turn us against each other? Men need women and women need men, and yet you are only talking to men. Even though I'm strong and independent and don't need no men, was never a thing that men said. I've posted this lady before, but I will keep it short and I'll use her as an example.
All women do not know the game of men, actually, okay? If all women knew the game with men, they wouldn't be playing the game with men, okay? In 2022, there was over 1 million marriages in America, okay? Same year, over 600,000 divorces. Everybody doesn't know the games. Majority of women are still living in delusion about men, okay? We are just in a bubble on the internet. Majority of women are suffering with men, thinking, oh, this is just how it is, like I'm supposed to stay married because everyone else is.
Apparently not, if there was 1 million weddings and 600,000 divorces in 1 year. I'll read the comments she was responding to. I'm sorry, but we already know their game ahead just by coexisting with them. We know more about them than they know about us. Instead of investing in male-written books, try supporting more women. And of course, in male-written books and supporting more women, all this lady had to say was bashing men. At this point, we can talk about the weather and she's gonna start bashing men. And she's not the only one. So men need women and women need men. But do I need someone who already hates me just because of what's in between my legs?
I literally hate when people are always like, oh my God, you need to date older. I have tried talking to older men, and a lot of these older men, they have commitment problems. Like genuinely cannot commit to you. Brother in Christ, you are literally one step closer to being in the coffin. Like, do you know you have 30 minutes? These younger guys, not only are they more intentional with who they date, but they love on you much harder. They show up for you more. Their energy is just so uplifting and positive. And a lot of people think that a lot of these younger guys are so immature. They don't know what they want. But have you seen the older population? Have you seen men over the age of 35? Like, have you tried interacting with them? Not only are they so damn stubborn and stuck in their old ways, but they're just filled with so much old energy. It just doesn't match mine. And I understand that everyone has their own personal experience. You know, some people have better experiences with older guys than they do younger guys. I will stick to being a cougar because there is nothing better than having a young guy that like loves on you hard. Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, I tried to come up with a reason why I would need her, but nothing. Older men are stubborn, as in, I can't get everything I want when I want. Yeah, absolutely. Younger men date with more intentions. Of course they do. What would those intentions be? Well, you're still single, trying to date, so I don't know. I only have 30 minutes left. Yes, exactly. And why in the world would I spend them with you?
Do you guys remember this chick?
If you live with your boyfriend and you pay half the rent, do not come onto this app and tell us the qualities that we need to look for in a good man, because you are not dating a man, you are dating your roommate. You are dating a feminine boy in his sprinkle era. You have lost, and you already know I'm a serial rich man dater. I don't date brokies.
So it's been about almost a year since I made a video on this girl, so I had to see this serial rich man dater. I had to see some updates on her.
I just got back from Wonderland, aka Costco. I'm a single girl living in Chicago. I don't have a car, and I still buy most of my essentials from Costco.
Oh, wow. You wouldn't say this girl who's a serial rich man dater, she's still single and doesn't have a car and needs to shop at Costco to save money? Wow, this girl seems like she's got options.
Okay, this might be an unpopular opinion, but I don't see anything wrong with dressing for the male gaze. I don't. I'm not a lesbian. Why would I want to dress for women? No offense. If I'm attracted to men, why wouldn't I dress or want to dress in a way that attracts men? Explain me that. If I am single, I want to attract men. Doesn't it make sense to dress in ways that they like and in ways that they appreciate? If I'm looking for a man, I enjoy their validation. Not that I need it. Not that I need it, because I got the confidence, you know. However, a girl enjoys a compliment. How do you get those compliments? You dress in a way that they like. I see nothing wrong with that. Why wouldn't I want to do that? And before you come at me for being anti-feminist, relax. I don't care what other people do. I'm just saying I see nothing wrong with it. Why wouldn't I dress to attract the gender that I am attracted to? I don't mind. I like when they look at me. Why wouldn't I want them to look at me? I cannot be the only one. I can't.
You're not. And if you claim you are, you're one of the ladies that we're about to see described next.
Unspoken rule you should know. If you meet a girl and she has a nose piercing, run.
Like, if it hurts men's feelings to hear that we are so afraid to meet a man alone in the woods that we would prefer to meet a bear, all I want to hear from men is,
Go ahead, I hope you get your wish.
I am enough as I am.
You're just a bitch.
I don't chase, I attract. I deserve everything.
I deserve nothing. Nobody is coming to save me.
I'm a strong, independent woman. I am loved.
Nobody loves me. I don't even like myself.
Did I even go gym if I didn't take a man a selfie?
Is that it? Is this the power of my bloodline? My family is counting on me. I must push forward.
Where are they? Where are all the men that are like 35 plus, grey hair, good job, dad bod? Where are they all? Because they are not here. They're not here in bed with me just my chihuahua.
They're in the first lady's comments saying, I'm done.
So, what do you do? Well, I'm actually a model on Instagram. What do you do? I'm a soldier on Call of Duty.
Our world doesn't need men. Oh, really? So, who's climbing rooftops in 100-degree heat to lay shingles? Who's digging the trenches, building the roads, pouring the concrete, and fixing power lines in the middle of the storm? You gonna be the one crawling through a crawl space to fix busted pipe? Didn't think so. And listen, I am not saying women can't do those things. We are capable, no doubt. But are we really out here choosing that kind of hard, dirty, back-breaking work daily? Or are we suddenly real humble when something's wrong with the car? Feminism got a little too loud and a little too wrong. It taught women to roll their eyes at men and not to thank them. To act like needing a good man makes you weak, when really it makes you wise. Because this world does need men. Strong ones, hardworking ones, protective ones, loyal, stand in the gap for their family kind of men. The kind that don't ask for applause. They just get up and do it. So maybe instead of saying, we don't need men, you should try saying thank you. And if you're lucky enough to have a man like that in your life, touch him, feed him, brag on him, because real women don't waste time trying to prove they don't need a man. They show up and honor the one they've got.